welcome back to Hazel's Hostels, where I, Hazel, guide you through hostels around the world. And I actually tried this time to film from location, but my god, it's just like truck central right now. Honestly, between the lighting, the sound, it was impossible because I couldn't control the variables. But today we're talking about Circular House in a very popular area of Singapore called Boat Quay. It's known for its amazing riverwalk, and there are so many things to do and see and eat here. Whether you're looking for museums or art galleries or just fun nightlife, there is a little bit for every single traveler in this area. It's also really easy to get here. You just take the MRT Green Line from Changi Airport straight to Raffles Place, and then it's a 7-minute walk up the street. The street it's located on during the daytime is quiet, but at night is filled with lights and music. And walking up here, you'll see the Circular House, which is this big white building. It's really hard to miss. You're gonna go to the door and get them to buzz you in. So yeah, the security is actually pretty good here. Once you're in, you go up these stairs all the way to check in. And I know guys, stairs suck, but if you're gonna wanna stay in a hostel in Singapore, you got no other options. Check-in goes really smoothly, especially if you have the privilege of meeting the manager. She truly ran the place. We did have like a tiny little bit of a mess-up where we arrived on a different day than I booked, so that was my fault, and they had misplaced the key, but it honestly ended up working fine, and that was kind of on me. They're gonna ask you to fill out some forms, show your ID, and then they'll kind of like show you around your locker and your bedroom. They give you one free towel, and I think they have a charge for $2 per towel after that. The layout can be quite confusing, so bear with me. The hostel pretty much starts on the 2nd floor, but it also has a 3rd floor. And on the 2nd, you'll find most of the dorms, lockers, laundry, and bathrooms. Going up a floor, you'll be welcomed to the main lounge area, patio, kitchen, more bathrooms, and dorms. One of the really cool things about Circular House is the wide range of rooms they have available. They have everything from single pods to queens and even kings. They also have an option where you can get a deluxe family suite. I was staying in the twin mixed dorm, which I'll admit doesn't exactly look like the photos, but it's still very accommodating despite this. You'll be assigned to an upper or a lower pod, and it'll come with a decently sized locker. There's also some space for luggage in the rooms. Other people didn't seem to mind strowing their belongings out, so it felt somewhat safe here to do that. And speaking of safe, let's talk about the pod. Each one has a very plush comforter and a nice thick mattress. The pillow was pretty decent as well. Towards the head of the bed, you'll have a plush headboard and a very well lit cubby hole along with 2 light switches and 3 plugs. But if you're from a different country, you're gonna need an adapter. You simply turn the plug on by flipping this little switch. Also, you get this really convenient little desk. It honestly helped my workflow go so much better, and I was really happy to have it. Each pod has a sliding door with a lock, and you get the key along with your locker when you check in. The rooms are also air conditioned, and each pod has a little vent, which is not something you're gonna find in hardly any other hostels, so. The lobby is located on the 3rd floor right up the stairs. They have a few chairs and seating options for people to enjoy snacking and playing games or working. There's also a coffee machine free for anyone to use, and on the other side, a small pantry area with cups, coffee, spoons, and a microwave. If you're a smoker, there's even a small little patio for you to enjoy a cigarette, as that's apparently very popular in Singapore. I didn't go out there much, but I did enjoy the natural lighting through the doors. Towards the back of the room, you're gonna find the upstairs bathroom, which has sinks and laundry. However, at the moment when I was there, it wasn't in use. The bathrooms up here are way more private. So if you're suffering from traveler's tummy, or would prefer your alone time, they're a much better option. There's also 4 showers complete with sinks and a toilet. Ezra much preferred these because he said like you had the space to put your stuff down and like room to get ready and dressed. The bathrooms downstairs are right around the corner from the check-in desk. The men's is straight down and the women's is to the side here. It can be a bit dark and damp in here, but they do at least wash them daily. There are 4 stalls, and you can tell if they are open or not by the red and green colors on the door. The flush is this little button in the back, and they even have a washing handle for, well, extra cleaning. I will say, late at night, they can run out of toilet paper, so you end up being kind of grateful for this. The sinks can get quite messy in here actually. As I've said, some of the hostel goers here don't exactly have the best etiquette I've seen, so the mirrors are large, but I didn't really find it easy to get ready in the bathroom because of how dark and damp it was. Around the corner you're gonna find the shower stalls, which honestly are a little too dark as well. I always use the one right next to the window. It's clean and has nice water pressure. You just turn the water on by lifting up this handle. They have soap and shampoo in these dispensers. The floor is rock and wood, and I really like that. My only complaint is the lack of space to put your clothing or change. They have one with a hook, and I just made do with this, but the reason Ezra preferred the upstairs is this issue. I do at least know that they kept these pretty clean because I saw them clean them daily, and I really appreciate the hard work that they put into it. However, behind this window, you're gonna find a ton of dust, razors, and way too many toothbrushes. Also, again, side note, if you want to shower in the morning or at night, get up really early because so does everyone else. I actually found myself having to shower around 2 p.m. The only other issue that I found was the laundry. When you leave the women's restroom, you're gonna find it over to the right. They have 2 washers and dryers, but they're also the ones that they use for the hostel bedding, so you're not going to be able to use those until way late at night. And at that, it's going to take 3 hours. They also do provide a laundry service for like $9, and they say that's going to take about 2 hours. I found the time to do hours, and I just want to warn everyone that it's very strong. If you have any t-shirts with any kind of like print on them, turn them inside out before washing them. I accidentally ruined my boyfriend's shirts. Now we come to the segment of who is this hostel for? If you're looking to travel to Singapore, you may know it is rapidly changing, and the area of this hostel may be gone soon, or at least getting a facelift. But as of right now, this is in the older part of the town, and a lot of the buildings are a bit run down. However, having said that, I do think if you want to stay in this area, Circular House is your best bet. I have stayed at most of the hostels around, and I have to say, this is the best place for this location. And the staff worked so hard to keep up with all of the guests and to constantly improve. So if you have high expectations and you want to stay in a hostel, I'd say that this place is going to be the closest you're gonna get to having all of your needs met. If you can afford a little bit higher, I'm gonna recommend this place up here, but for the price and the location, this place is thebomb.com. Like seriously, I know that I sound like I'm upselling, but there is so much to do within walking distance of this area, and the beds are actually pretty comfortable and clean. So while there are like a few negatives, the positives like totally outweigh it. But anyways, that's for this one. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did, and I'll see you guys next time.